Alrighty, it is March 26th. I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Doing a little market check in here. I've been struggling last month. Market's been real choppy. There's been a lot of opportunity, but I've just kind of been in the right place at the wrong time and just have been having to stop out and really kind of struggled the last couple weeks. But I've been sticking to it and just staying kind of glued to the markets and trying to get a feel back after stepping away for a while. And now we're seeing some momentum again. MLGO yesterday was really frustrating. I'm pretty familiar with this stock. I've traded it a lot. It's diluted a lot. That's why the chart looks like this. Um, but when you boil this thing down, former runner in the gutter, starved for money, but has big days, man, from 2 to 7, from 3 to 12, from 5 to 15. Huge volatility. So if you can catch the right side of this thing with the catalyst, these big volume days here, traded 531 million shares of volume this day, which is just massive for any stock, let alone a low float. So you know people are trapped. You know this thing's squeezing. It did an offering at a lower price, which is usually a just get out as fast as you can type of situation. But this thing ended up running. I wanted to buy here in the 430s and just said, no, I don't understand why it's still up. Offering's out. And it ran 290%. So that being said, pulled back on the day and then did second test from lows on the open, weak open red to green on these really big gap stocks are the best setups, the tightest risk you could possibly find. So you got to wait for those big anomalous gappers with the volume, and then closing at or near the high, ideally a weak open. And as soon as this thing turned red to green right here, just ripped again, another 40%, easy clean, no look back, quick take your profit type of trade, but just gorgeous. And now this thing big picture is still held up and above this $9 level. This thing's still in play. But that started to kind of light the market back on fire. So watching VVP art at a very similar big picture outlook. Huge dumps, diluted a lot, but has days that go from 1 to 12. And now here we are on an $81 million volume or 81 million share volume day. And this daily candle is breaking out of this range from the last year really on volume. So pulling back a bit, but this level is now, breakout level is holding. I took a little piece of profit up here, but trying to hold this for a bigger squeeze like MLGO. We will see. Still have a little bit of risk on the table here. Two entries, two different accounts. This is my entry price. Stops down here now, but it's worth looking for continuation, especially because of MLGO yesterday. So slightly in the green on that for now. DATS is giving me a little bit of trouble here. I'm looking at this consolidated move. Had a nice trade on it yesterday, in and out. Sold full position, locked in a profit. But this thing went 160%, pulled back halfway, has now found its base here, so that's my defined risk. And entry was up here. I was looking for this move a little quicker. So I know I'm wrong if the break of this support from the last 2 days from the sell-off after this gap breaks, and if we can break pre-market highs, this thing could really run again. Dollar amount, risking a little bit more than I'd like to at the moment, but big picture also setting up very nicely, and the market has been in play. IBO, tiny position, but this one might work nicely. Kind of same thought here. Bigger consolidation, tested up above, but this thing came from 50 cents and is now $3 and holding this 280 base pretty nicely. So looking for breaks above this consolidation level and a retest of this 6. That's might stop me out. I'm hoping VVPR just keeps working all day. I think this one's going to take a little bit of patience, but as long as this $4 level's holding, we're looking pretty good. So for now, stops are where I like them on this. If anything, I can move up my bigger one by just a bit. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Headspace is feeling a little bit better. Body's not so great. Need to walk, need to move gently more. And yeah, go from there. Now it's 10:30 a.m. Right where I start to see life in the market. In a little bit early again this morning, but feeling good about setups. But big picture, I could really be hands off until this 10:30 and be entering both of my setups right now at the same place, if not a little bit better. So